Well, happy Fan Friday, everybody! The girls are a little bit tired. We just got back from sledding. It was so nice and sunny out, we had to take advantage of the day before all of our snow is gone. I got an interesting question from Bram today. He said, when can somebody get a dog? I'm 19 now and studying, thus no time. And after that, I'll probably work full-time, so no time for a dog either. And this seems to be a very vicious cycle. So when can one get a dog? That is entirely up to you and how much time you have and you feel comfortable giving to your dog. Jamie and I both work full-time and we have 2 dogs, and when we had Shiloh we had 3 dogs. But we make sure to make time for the dogs. Even if you're working 40 hours a week, you're only working 40 hours a week. There's still time to do other things. But it's got to be something that you're comfortable with. So, you know, really it's up to you. But there are a lot of people out there that work full-time and still have dogs. You just have to make time for the dogs. Kelsey says, my husband and I have wanted a family husky for years and we think we finally found one, but it's long-haired. Is there a significant difference in their shedding from a short-haired to a long-hair? The biggest difference is with a long-haired husky, you're just going to have longer hair. Pretty much, you can see all the hair under my chair right there. Pretty much, that's the only difference. They shed about the same. Like Oakley has much longer hair than Shelby does. They really do shed about the same. It's just longer. So, other than that, not really big difference. Big difference. Helen says, how can I convince my parents to let me have a dog? I'm 19 and still in college, but I have said to them that I will do everything like walking, training, feeding, and watering, but they still say I'm not allowed to have a dog until I move out on my own. You're probably not going to be able to convince them. And you know, your parents are probably right. With going to school right now and not having a place of your own, what happens when you do go to get a place of your own? What if they don't allow dogs? And you have a dog. Now the dog's stuck at your parents' house, and then it kind of becomes your parents' dog more than your dog. So, you know, I hate to burst your bubble, but maybe you really should wait until you have a place of your own that allows dogs and your life is a little bit more stable. The only other advice I have is just keep asking. Aaron wants to know, what do you think of retractable leashes? I use one when we go to the dog park so my dog can have more space to sniff and walk ahead. I use retractable leashes when we're in more open areas. When we're just like out walking and things like that, I usually use my 4-foot leash. But yeah, kind of like what you said, when we're on backcountry trails, I like to use the retractable leashes to give them a little bit more freedom to sniff around and check out all of nature. Julia wants to know, why did your parents get Greta? And for those of you that don't know, my parents did get another St. Bernard. We did a video with her on Monday, I believe it was. Basically, they decided to get Greta because somebody that we knew that was a regular at the deli had gotten her a couple years ago, and she just basically was no longer a good fit for their family. They have a little baby and they're having another baby, and Greta had already knocked down their baby that they have a few times. Yeah, she's a big dog, so they decided that the best thing to do for Greta was to let her go to a new happy home. And my parents were the first people they asked, and my parents said yes. Jennifer says she's getting her dog Trigger ready for their first camping season. Do I have any tips? As you guys know, we do a lot of camping with our dogs. Biggest tips I have for camping with your dog, make sure that your dog is on a flea and tick preventative. If they're on one that's only a flea preventative, you can get a prescription tick collar from your vet. If you're in an area where you have ticks, you definitely want to make sure that they're protected from both. Make sure that they have current dog tags on their collar with your cell phone number on them. Having them microchipped is another good idea, because if they do get loose, hopefully somebody will find them and be able to get them scanned, and at least if their collar breaks off, you'll at least still have the microchip. Other things, make sure you have lots of leashes. Make sure you bring their food. Make sure you bring some toys. We usually bring extra bowls, things like that. I did a video on camping. If you go to our channel and search, I'm not sure what it is. I'll have to look. I'll send you the link and let you know. Or just go to our channel and search for camping and you might be able to find it. We usually bring some special chew toys and things like that for them while we're camping, and then our picket line, the tie-out that we have for them to keep them safe at the campground. So there's a couple tips for camping. And have fun. We love camping. That's one of the reasons that I'm excited that spring is coming, is because we'll get to go camping again. Amy says, is it okay to feed my husky completely dry food with just some cooked chicken added? It's the only way she will eat her food, and she doesn't like canned food. Is that okay? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with feeding your dog cooked chicken. If you just roast it or boil it, don't put any extra seasonings or anything on it, that's fine to add to their food. It's just a little bit of extra protein. The dog probably really enjoys that. In the mail today, we got some jumbones. One for Shelby and one for Oakley. And since they just ran for almost 3 miles with the sled, I think you guys can have these. Wow, Oakley, are you going to rip that open? Rip it open, Oakley, rip it open. I'll open it for you. Thanks, Mike, for sending those. Mike. We also got a card from Hannah with a drawing and some colorings. These ones are pretty cool. I'm gonna have to make some coloring pages of our dogs for you guys. And we got a drawing and a letter from Haley. And we got a drawing and a letter from, I'm gonna say this name wrong, Marlia. It's a very interesting name. And it's of Shiloh. And we got a letter from Kayla with a cute little drawing on it. And we got a drawing and a letter from Gold Gracie, I believe it says. Thanks for sending that. That's all we have for Fan Friday today, you guys. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and we will see you on Monday. If you can't tell, Oakley already finished that bone. Shelby's still working on hers. It's almost done. And it's almost time for dinner, so she gets to eat more. Fluffy butt.
Come into Siberian world.